Welcome to my channel, and once again I am Dr. Diaz, and for today my topic that I'll be sharing is about evaluation of learning outcomes. So first and foremost, let me define evaluation. Evaluation is the process of determining the quality or worth of achievement in terms of certain standard. It is a systematic procedure of determining the quality of the result of measurement with the end in view of improving and maximizing the acquisition of desirable learning outcomes, such as knowledge, skills, attitude, and habit, as well as placing the student pupil in their proper curricular year in the educational ladder as mentioned by Calderon. So what's the difference between evaluation and measurement? When we say measurement, it is the process of determining the quantity of achievement of learner by means of appropriate measuring instrument. It is systematic procedure of determining the quantity or extendable measurable dimensions in the educational process. So I hope by defining evaluation and measurement, you were able to differentiate the two words. So let me move on with another slide, which is the learning outcome. Let us find out what is this learning outcome all about. In the learning outcome, learner achievement, which includes changes in intellectual, emotional, and physical domain. And then we have the evaluation and the teaching learning process. Teaching, learning, and evaluation are the three interdependent aspects of the educative process as mentioned by Gronlund. This interdependence is clearly seen when the main purpose of instruction is conceived in terms of helping pupils achieve a set of learning outcomes which include changes in intellectual, emotional, or physical domains. Instructional objectives, on the other hand, or other words, desired changes in the pupils are brought about by planned learning activities, and pupils' progress is evaluated by tests and by other devices. There are stages that we have to consider in the learning outcome or evaluation also. So stages of process. First, we have to take note of the setting instructional objectives. The first step in teaching and evaluation is the determination of objectives. These objectives are stated in terms of desirable pupil behavior in the three domains, and these are the cognitive, the affective, and psychomotor. These objectives provide direction to teaching. They aid the teacher in making decisions regarding the type of methods, activities, and materials he or she has to provide in the classroom. To be most useful, objectives must be stated in such a way that they are, of course, attainable, observable, and measurable. So next, let us move to another slide, which is now the determining pupil variables that can affect instruction. So pre-assessment of the pupil's background, abilities, experiences, and interests in relation to the learning outcomes is generally desirable. This process provides information which the teacher can use in making instructional plans and remedial work that meets pupils' needs. Next slide is providing instructional activities that are relevant and necessary to achieve the desired learning outcomes. But of course, we have to know those variables needed that could affect really the instruction, okay? Because we could do such remedial work in order to help, as mentioned, to help the students' needs. In this slide, providing instructional activities that are relevant and necessary to achieve the learning desired or learning outcomes, This stage, subject matter content teaching procedures are integrated into the learning activities which are designed to help the pupils achieve the desired learning outcomes. Evaluation at this stage provides the teacher and the learner with feedback or information regarding the latter's progress and difficulties. This feedback aids them in making adjustments in the various instructional procedure. Next slide is about determining the extent to which desired outcomes are achieved. Various types of tests and evaluative instruments are used to determine the extent to which learning outcomes are achieved. Final evaluation of learning outcomes provides the learner with information regarding the nature of the learning outcomes, his progress toward attaining these outcomes, his difficulties in moving towards them also is included. The teacher, on the other hand, gains information regarding the appropriateness and attainability of instructional objectives and the effectiveness of his teaching methods and materials. Thus, evaluation improves both the teaching and the learning process. Furthermore, the result of evaluation are utilized in assigning marks, and reporting pupils' achievement to parents. Evaluation reports are also important in making administrative and guidance decisions that redound to improvement of the school system and enhancement of pupil development. Next slide is all about evaluation and classroom instruction, and also the scope and function of evaluation. Under this, we have number 1, evaluation makes appraisal of education or of the educational objectives, programs, curricula, instructional materials, and other facilities. So let us discuss this further. Evaluation sees to it that the objectives, general and specific, formulated by the teachers are in accord with the national, regional, community, and the school economic, social, moral, and spiritual development goals. It is to it that the objectives are behavioral, that is, they are specific, observable, measurement, and attainable. That's why teachers should be mindful of the objectives that he formulated in her or his lesson plan. Next one is about programs. Under this is the evaluation. Make sure that evaluation sees to it that instruction goes on smoothly in accordance with the school program. Generally, the school program is drawn up cooperatively by the school staff and instruction must follow it. This program, however, through evaluation has to be revised from time to time to meet the challenging of the changing times and the increasing complexity of life. Now, for the curricula, evaluation also appraises the curriculum, which has to be made and developed according to the needs of the learners. There should be provisions for individual differences, and the teacher should see to it that in giving individual assignments, the individual differences of the learner should be considered. For instructional materials, evaluation also appraises instructional materials. It pays attention especially to their adequacy, appropriateness, and their proper and maximum utilization for the betterment of instruction. Textbooks and references, laboratory equipment, and other audiovisual aids, and the use of modern technological gadgets should be looked into also or into consideration through evaluation. Next, for the facilities, classrooms and their sizes, lighting, ventilation, temperature, the seats, the chalkboards, freedom from the noise and other distractions are also within the scope of evaluation. Now, scope and function of evaluation. Evaluation makes appraisal of the teacher, of course, his methods and strategies, his or her attitudes and values. His qualifications are important, especially if he or she is teaching his or her specialization. Are his or her methods also and techniques appropriate and effective? Are the teaching aids appropriate and skillfully presented or produce the maximum desired effects? Does he or she maximizes his time or her time for teaching? All this have to do or to look into evaluation. Next is evaluation appraises the learner. Measurement makes an intensive and extensive teaching of the students to give their complete psychological and educational picture. Evaluation analyzes the results of the test accordingly, and it makes sure that proper steps has to be developed to help the learner. Okay, and this function now is about guidance and counseling, because guidance and counseling has something to do with the careers and the choice of the students. They could be of help for the students of what kind of career that they want in the future, whatever vocation they want in the future. Next is evaluation makes appraisal of the public relations of the school. The usual means of promoting the public relations of the school are by sending report cards of students and pupils to their parents, forming the parent-teacher association, and calling meetings of the same, inviting parents and important persons in the community to attend to important school activities, granting awards or honorary degrees to persons who have rendered some service to the school, and the like. All this have to be appraised by evaluation for purpose of fostering closer relations between the school and the community to affect a more effective accomplishment of educational goals. And then, evaluation makes appraisal of the achievement scores of the learners. This is one important function of evaluation. This is the process of converting or transmuting raw achievement scores from the teacher's test into qualitative school marks or grades. This is changing quantitative into qualitative achievement. This is for purposes of promotion and placement of students in the educational ladder. And then, evaluation also conducts research. The ultimate aim of evaluation is to maximize learning. If in the process, evaluation finds impediments and impairments to the maximum acquisition of the desired outcomes of learning, then it conducts research to find out the causes of such impediments and impairments and institute the remedial measures to remove them. Now, a framework for understanding the measurement of learning outcomes. What is this all about? The measurement of learning outcomes can be grouped into 4 categories relating to who or what is measured and the purpose of measurement. First category, low stakes measurement of individual outcomes, is the evaluation of individual students by the classroom teachers or others for the purpose of understanding or affirming students' knowledge and abilities and informing teaching process or practice. This category includes what is referred to as continuous assessment. It is also include tests of curricular mastery and diagnostic tests that identify students' entry-level knowledge and skills. The evaluations may be less formal, drawing or verbal questioning by a teacher, or more formal, influenced by written tests for which grades or marks are assigned. For the second category, high-stakes measurement of individual outcomes, is evaluation with major consequences that relate to individual students' knowledge and performance. This category includes entrance examinations, for particular schools or levels of education and tests whose results sort students within schools or tracks. Other high-stakes tests certify the completion of a program or eligibility for the next educational level. The third category, low-stakes measurement of system outcomes, is evaluation of students' knowledge and performance as a group within a school, region, or nation. The purpose is to monitor the group over time or compare or benchmark its performance to similar groups. And the fourth category, high-stakes measurement of system outcomes, is evaluation of students' knowledge and performance as a group that are used to hold teachers, principals, and education officials accountable. Consequences can include changes in allocated resources or staffing, discontinued operation or transfers. The consequences are lessors for assessments made for public accountability, such as when school-level results are published in league tables or school report cards. Okay, now this is the illustration. It is very important that the teachers know who are those persons to be measured or what is to be measured really. So under this illustration, what is the purpose of the measurement? Okay, under low stakes, we have continuous assessment and test of curriculum mastery, while in the high stakes examination for entrance, sorting, and certification. Under system, national, provincial school, we have the assessment for monitoring and benchmarking for the low stakes. And for the high stakes, we have the assessment for accountability. So I hope from this, it was clearly explained the four categories of what to be measured really and what is to be evaluated. Now, next slide is the individual level. At the individual level, conceptual differences between low and high stakes measurement may range from informal classroom activities to major system-wide examination for explicit purposes. At the system level, conceptual differences are not so great. They relate mainly to the use to which the information is put rather than the scope of the information gathered. So I hope you learned something from the topic that I have shared this afternoon. So again, please like and share my channel so that others could also learn from this video. Thank you.